How Mrs. Robinson became more than a movie song. Coming up on Rock Music History Lesson. Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, two teenagers from Queens, New York, would later become one of the most legendary partnerships in music history. They began their journey in the 1950s under the name Tom and Jerry, but eventually rebranded themselves as Simon and Garfunkel. Together, they revolutionized the folk rock genre. Their rise to stardom peaked during the 1960s and early 1970s when they created some of the most memorable songs in popular music. Their masterpieces included The Haunting, The Sounds of Silence, the soul-stirring Bridge Over Troubled Water, the timeless Scarborough Fair Canticle, the powerful narrative ballad The Boxer. Through his representative at William Morris Agency, Leonard Hershen, Paul Simon agreed to write 3 songs for director Mike Nichols, earning $25,000 for the work. A few weeks later, Simon comes back to Nichols with Punky's Dilemma and Overs. Nichols didn't like either of them. He asked if they had anything else, and they returned with an early version of Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson originally started as Mrs. Roosevelt. The song was initially composed with Eleanor Roosevelt in mind before being adapted for The Graduate with the name Mrs. Robinson. The song has historical connections to Eleanor Roosevelt's groundbreaking 1956 television appearance when she participated in the first ever televised political debate. Roosevelt represented the Democratic Party, and Margaret Chase Smith represented the Republican Party. Though Roosevelt was not a candidate for office, she did make history all the same. That's how Simon came up with the line, "Going to the candidates' debate." Originally, Paul Simon wrote only a partial version of Mrs. Robinson for the soundtrack of the Graduate movie, which included just a few verses. The complete song was not released until February 1968, 3 months after the film premiered. The final version featured a louder, more staccato bass drum and splashy cymbals. The line, "Where have you gone, Joe DiMaggio?" wasn't actually about DiMaggio's physical absence. He was very much alive when Simon and Garfunkel released the song. Instead, Paul Simon was using the Yankees legend, who was also known for his marriage to Marilyn Monroe, as a symbol of the heroes of a bygone era. At first, DiMaggio was confused and slightly offended by the lyric, wondering why someone would suggest he had vanished when he was still around, even though he retired from baseball in 1951. He had been doing Mr. Coffee commercials. Simon says he has no idea where the line came from, but it has become the most famous line he's ever written. Later in the 1970s, Simon met DiMaggio at a restaurant, and DiMaggio asked Simon, quote, "What I don't understand is why you ask where I've gone. I haven't gone anywhere," unquote. Simon explained to DiMaggio, quote, "I didn't mean the lines literally, that I thought of him as an American hero and that genuine heroes were in short supply." He accepted the explanation and thanked me. We shook hands and said goodnight, unquote. Mike Nichols, who directed The Graduate, played a crucial role in the song's existence. When he approached Simon and Garfunkel requesting music for his film, it prompted them to record the song, something that might not have happened otherwise. As Art Garfunkel later revealed to Songfacts, the tune was a trifle song we were about to throw out. Paul Simon gives a nod to the Beatles' "I Am the Walrus" with the line, "Cuckoo Cuckoo." Mrs. Robinson climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1968. In 1969, Mrs. Robinson received 2 Grammy Awards, the first rock song to win Record of the Year and Best Contemporary Pop Performance, Vocal Duo or Group. Mrs. Robinson did not receive an Oscar nomination simply because Simon and Garfunkel did not submit it for consideration. Had they taken that step, it might have been in the running for the prestigious award. artists like the Lemonheads, Frank Sinatra, and Bon Jovi have recorded Mrs. Robinson. If you'd like to hear Mrs. Robinson by Simon and Garfunkel, click the link in the description box. If you haven't subscribed yet, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. Check out our website, rockmusichistoryLesson.com. Thanks for watching Rock Music History Lesson. I'm K.W. King.